I'm not in there. Oh, that's okay. This was well, so because of me, my name is Ed Rawls. I'm the pastor of First Congregational Church in Stratford. I've been the pastor here for 17 years. I'm from Virginia. And I was in North Carolina when I got a call over 18 years ago from Joan Wooten to come and have an interview here. And that interview was, I had left the ministry for a couple of years. I was really burnt out after starting a new church. And I wasn't sure I wanted to do this again. And be honest with you, I prayed about it. I said, God, you really have to show me if this is what you want me to do. I was interviewed by about 10 to 15 people. And after the interview, I was to go into the sanctuary and to do a sermon for them. And after that, I said to them, I was praying, saying, God, do you really want me to come here? I said, I really need an answer quickly because I have other interviews that I'm doing. Joan Wooten came and asked if we could sit down. And she said that the committee, the search committee that night had stayed up till after 11 discussing that. And she said to me, if you'll decide to take the job right now, it's yours. And I remember then going to a brunch over at the home of the Dunbars and telling them. And Carolyn Ross came up to me and started crying and hugged me. But that's how I got here. My wife loved it here. We've never been in a church that was so loving.
Hi, I'm Carl Larson, and I've been with this church since about 2008. I do a lot of different things here at the church, but currently I'm on the Board of Trustees and was recently elected the chair, and I'm also on the Board of Christian Education where I co-chair.
My name is Don Colson. I've been a member of the church since 1965. I teach Sunday school, and I'm also the financial secretary.
The church is over 380 years old. By saying the church, I don't mean the building. The building was built right after the Civil War. Our church has a long legacy and history that coincides with the history of this country.
So during the pandemic, there have been several changes here. Initially, in March of 2020, like everywhere else, we shut down. But with time, we quickly learned how to use Zoom and recover with doing remote services. As things changed, we were able at times to bring the congregation back to in-person, but under very different conditions than what they were used to, with a reservation system and assigned seating for social distancing. Unfortunately, then with the Omicron variant, we had to shut down again. This has also had a major impact on both our Sunday school and our youth fellowship groups. Sunday school, unfortunately, is mostly a in-person type of activity. We tried various remote options, but we're not terribly successful, and the same can be said for our youth group as well.
In terms of the financial secretary aspect of the COVID hasn't impacted it that much. We're still getting envelopes through the mail and in person, and still getting EFTs and Venmo and PayPal. So in terms of how we handle the money, it hasn't changed that much. In terms of teaching Sunday school, attendance has been down since COVID has hit us. So I guess that's to be expected.
More recently, we're actually back in person, and we're all looking forward to the possibility of coming out of the red zone and potentially not having to mask anymore. The good news is that with Sunday school, we are seeing a return of the children, and we're hopeful that going forward, especially into the fall, that we'll resume normal operations.